Hello, and welcome back to the Myers Park High School Student Government Association's podcast series, the Park Podcast. My name is Alex, and I'm a sophomore representative. On today's episode, student government representatives will be asking counselors at Myers Park how they contribute to MP. Talking to a counselor is not only a great way to manage stress, but they are vitally important to help you navigate your schedule at school.
Thanks, Alex. My name is Kate, and I'm a rising senior representative on SGA. Today, I am with Ms. Hutton, who is Myers Park's in-house psychologist. First off, Ms. Hutton, please introduce yourself to those who may not know you.
Hello, my name is Bryn Hutton. I am the school psychologist at Myers Park High School. I have a slightly different caseload than the counselors, whereas they are assigned to their students alphabetically. My caseload is potentially open to all the students on campus.
Great. So can you tell us a little bit about what mental health resources are available for students at Myers Park?
We have a great many mental health resources for our students. We have our school counselors. We have the school psychologist, that's me, and I'm there 5 days a week. We have 2 school social workers. Also, we have a school-based mental health program where we are contracted with an outside agency where they are able to come in and provide mental health care to students in-house so that students do not have to travel off-site for that mental health support. That is done on a referral basis and parent permission is required.
That's awesome. If a student is seeking confidential support from an adult, who should they contact?
The first point of contact when a student needs help is their Myers Park counselor, but there are many adults on campus who students can choose to share and talk with. We think it's important for our students to reach out to any adults who they have a relationship with and trust. If that adult feels that they are not equipped to help that student, they will get a school counselor, the school psychologist, or a school social worker involved in some way. What is most important that we want our students to know, especially our rising ninth graders, is that we want you to reach out to someone if you need any type of support. We encourage all our students to get to know their Myers Park counselors because they, along with the school social workers and the school psychologists, are specially trained and licensed to assist high school students with their personal, emotional, social, and educational needs.
Why is good mental health so important for a high schooler?
Well, good mental health is important for everyone, regardless of their age. Good mental health has a positive impact on your physical health and your academic achievement. Because the teen years can be especially difficult to navigate and they have stressors specific to high school, prioritizing good mental health is very important. During high school, you're gaining more independence as it relates to the choices you make. Further, there are going to be some differences from your previous school experiences. Your class sizes might be bigger in high school than they were in elementary or middle school. Your teachers will expect more from you than they might previously have expected of you. The Myers Park school counselors, the school psychologist, and the school social workers can assist you with developing healthy habits to take care of your mental health, responsibly take on your increased independence, and teach you good coping skills as you experience this fun but often challenging time.
Thank you so much, Ms. Hutton. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to answer our questions. Now to Martin, who will be interviewing a Myers Park counselor.
Thanks, Kate. With me today, I have Miss Cheryl, who works with the students at the end of the alphabet, TEB through Z. So, what are some reasons a student should reach out to you?
There are multiple reasons that a student would reach out to a counselor. It could be that they're having issues with friends, issues at home, questions about life after school, high school, be it college, CPCC, the workforce, feeling stressed or overwhelmed, issues with a teacher or a class, registration questions, or course questions about their course load.
Okay. Will anybody other than us know that we've had a meeting?
Counselors are bound by the laws of confidentiality. If a student chooses to speak with a counselor, an MP counselor, any counselor, they're protected. The only occasions that a counselor must break confidentiality is if a student is a threat to themselves or a threat to others. In those situations, then we as counselors have to get others involved. But other than those extreme times, everything a student says to a counselor remains confidential, including the fact that the student even had a meeting with their counselor. Now, a counselor must get you out of class, so a teacher may know that you've been asked to report to student services, but they won't know why or who specifically you met with. There are many professionals in the student services area.
That's good to know. There used to be a negative stigma surrounding talking about mental health. How do you think Myers Park is battling this problem?
Myers Park High School is a microcosm of the U.S., and as a country, there has been more and more honest conversations about mental health and the attempts to reduce the stigma. And I hope this is the case at Myers Park as well. According to the Health and Human Services government website, depression is the most common mental health disorder affecting nearly 1 in 8 adolescents and young adults each year. And suicide is sadly the second leading cause of death in people with the age of 15 to 24. So those statistics tell us that many teenagers struggle specifically with depression, and if it goes untreated, it can lead to death. Therefore, a community made up of predominantly of teenagers, we need to continue to have conversations and learn more about mental health in order to be the healthiest versions of ourselves and to take care of others, our friends.
Thank you so much, Ms. Cheryl. Those answers were super helpful and will benefit many students at the park. Now to William, who will be interviewing another Myers Park counselor.
Thank you, Martin. With me today, I have Miss Edwards, one of Myers Park's counselors who works with students whose last name falls in the category A to Brown. So, Miss Edwards, can counselors help me manage my stress and anxiety from outside sources besides school?
Absolutely. Counselors are here to listen to whatever is on your mind or your heart. Counselors are an invaluable resource to you during the school day to help you learn to cope with whatever might be causing you stress.
That's super helpful. And where would I meet with a counselor if I have contacted one?
Our offices are located in the AG building. If you come to the smaller reception desk outside of the attendance office, our secretary, Miss Stephanie Eddington, can let you know which office number you need.
Gotcha. So if I don't know where your office is, then find Miss Eddington in the main office. So what are the most common mental health issues you see in Myers Park students? Is there a lot of stress-induced anxiety?
We find that anxiety and depression tend to be the most prevalent mental health issues.
That's understandable, given that students are often balancing crazy schedules. Next question is there a time during the school year that students seem to need the most help?
The main focus of student needs may change depending on the grade level or due dates for activities such as college planning or college admission, the registration process for course planning, or even the end of the quarter. But we do find that students tend to need help all year long.
Okay, that makes sense. How do you get an appointment?
Check out the Myers Park Student Services webpage for appointments with your counselor. It can be accessed by visiting bit.ly/MP Student Services, or that website is also linked in our Instagram bio, and our Instagram handle is @MP Student Services. There are a few drop-in times during the traditional school year for students to see their counselor. Students can drop in to see their counselor during their lunch. Counselors see students during the lunch hours on a first-come, first-served basis. And counselors also welcome students to drop by during their class changes.
All right, but would I get in trouble for missing class?
Teachers tend to be very supportive of the counseling services offered at Myers Park High School. Teachers want students to get the help they need, regardless of the size of the issue. If you do have a meeting with a counselor, a pass to class will always be provided.
That's really good to hear, since I'm sure many students are hesitant to see a counselor in fear of missing a class and getting in trouble. Thank you so much, Miss Edwards. We appreciate you talking and giving us your time to join our show. Now back to Alex.
Thanks, William, and thank you to Ms. Hutton, Ms. Cheryl, and Ms. Edwards for answering our questions about mental health. We really appreciate having you guys on the show. Don't forget that the counselors at Myers Park are here for you. They want to help you succeed, whether that may be by managing stress, anxiety, or depression, advising your class schedule, or helping you with college. If you have any further questions, you can DM the Myers Park Student Government page at MPHS_SGA on Instagram, or you can contact the counselors through their Instagram at MP Student Services. Also, make sure you're following our Instagram account to stay updated for more stuff going on at the park. We will be back next week with the last episode of Season 1 of the Park Podcast. See you next week. Bye.